everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. I'm your host, Lisanne Faye, and here before us we have our Warden, Vi Serana, in his really dorky hat. This episode in Dragon Age Origins, we're gonna finish wrapping up talking to some of our companions, and I believe some of them are eligible to level up. So actually, let's just check that real quick. So into the character record. Yes, Liliana is eligible to level up. Just the one level. Let's see. So you're a rogue. Let's dump some stuff into Dex, and let's make you a little less squishy. Ooh. Stealing, poison making. Stealing, poison making. Combat training. Combat training. Poison making can more or less go to Zevran, because he's our assassin. And I could give you an archer talent. Or which one's this? Distraction. Well, you're only at level 8. Let's give you... melee archer. That's gonna be helpful. Let's just agree that being able to still fire arrows, even while being attacked in melee fighting, up close and personal, that's just gonna get in the way. If she keeps getting interrupted. So, that's going to be your level. Alright, back into the characters. Because we still have Sten to level up. And Sten, you get a level as well. Well, then. Make you one less squishy, and give you some strength. Because you're just going to hit things. Okay, and you use the two-handed skill tree. So Shattering Blows is a nice little passive. Character is adept at destruction and as at death, and gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. Or Stunning Blows could be useful. Ooh, all three of these are passive. Two-handed strength. Ooh. Reduction to penalties on attack and defense. Or chance to stun the opponent. Let's go with the reduction to penalties, because I think that will be useful. Alright. Now then. Well, Stan, since we were just talking about you...
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Callo? What? Yeah, I guess? Maybe? Thanks.
You're welcome. So, now will you tell me why you were caged? I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Yes, I am aware. Having to have had past my harrowing. So what exactly happened?
I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Callanhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like the end of Ostagar.
I heard the stories of Ostagar. Your kith stood their ground when others fled. No one can do more than that. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
What did you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
And then?
I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
You panicked over a lost blade.
That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Oh. Couldn't we search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Well, I know you said you were at Lake Callanhad. What part of Lake Callanhad?
Near Lake Callanhad.
Yes, which part? The east side, the west side, north side, south side? Which side? You know, that lake is actually pretty big. It goes all the way to Redcliffe. We saw part of it in that cutscene. I grew up in a different part of Lake Callanhad, near the tower. Or, well, in the tower, I suppose. Can't you just tell me which part of the lake you were at? But don't worry, we'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
We'll look for it while we're traveling about. Because, more than likely, I'll eventually get there. Alright, that makes Sten very happy with us. Liliana.
Yes?
Let's talk.
Well, here I am.
What tales do you have?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
So, tell me about the Darkspawn.
Chantry lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
What about Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Yeah! I met her! In the Kokari Wilds. A while ago, before I met you.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
She didn't really introduce herself as such.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Well, tell me the whole story.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
What happened then? Well, your version anyways. I've heard Morgan's version.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
Okay, let's just move on. Where am I at with you? Like, going nowhere fast. And that's okay. Bon Wolf! How are you?
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Alistair.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Alistair. Well, if you've had it and didn't know it, it was probably tasty. Don't tease my dog.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh man. I've actually never romanced Morgan before. And so that top option I've never seen before. Like, I'm, like, actually really kind of tempted to click it. Let's do it.
Maybe, but that is not the point. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Hey, no, he's not worthless. Too smart for his own good. He really is.
He is certainly manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Good boy. Alright. So, we've now talked to all of our companions. I'll come back to you later, Levi. Levy. Yes, gather party and venture forth. Well then, let's take you. And the Canary.
Yes.
And Morgan.
Indeed.
I really have nothing against Liliana. I'm just really, really bad about using archers. I swear I'll use her probably in the Mage Tower when I go there. But for now, we're going to start making our way towards Denerim because that's where we need to go next. And on our way, we're going to have a nice little pit stop in the Brazilian outskirts. Who knows, maybe we'll find some elves. Alright, what's here? Nothing good. Nothing good.
Of course.
Off me, Eddie! Hey!
I hate spiders. I really, truly hate spiders. Do your thing. Okay.
Now we get our hands dirty. I am your... Now you see true power!
You ran away from me probably to throw your web at me and died in the process. I hate spiders.
Of course.
But let's go ahead and collect some elf fruit. Deadfall, 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 deadfall. Is there anything that doesn't have blocked path? I know, this is actually like a really linear side map. Alright.
So shall it be! Atara!
Okay. Alright. You two are conveniently lined up for this. Burn, baby, burn!
This is a waste of time! As you say. It is done.
I can tell I've been playing way too much Divinity lately because I keep pressing
It will
Alt
be
to
done.
find items. But nope. I'm now in a
Of
BioWare
course.
game, so I therefore should be pressing Tab. Okay. That's really high up there. Like, good job! Did Stem, like, throw you up there to grab it? I don't know. Like, you can't even see that from down here. Oh, someone else go first. Alright. Anything else up this way? You.
Yes.
Freeze.
Flee while you can. As you say. Very well.
Alright.
Run and run!
It's your time to die!
Let us end this quickly.
Begin the onslaught! You will learn to
That should not
fear
have
me!
taken as long as it did.
Alright. Like, no, seriously, how are we... There's not much choice in which way to go. At least they give us nice little items along the way. Oh, I should have sold things. Did some inventory management. Of course.
I am ready. As you say. Be gone! You dare!
Alright,
I
let's...
will not conquer!
Morgan. This one. Crap.
An order!
I go.
Fi, I don't know how. You're still alive.
My power
Drink.
is yours.
I don't know how you did that, but you did.
As you
You survived being overwhelmed.
As you say. Now you go! Very well.
Cross me and you
This
shall
does not
pay.
bode well.
Performance
Or
as expected.
it bodes really well. Ugh,
Of course.
spiders. And their webs. Junk. More junk. And some elf fruit. Find the pixel? Yes. Let me out. Get me away from this spider thing. Oh good, we got cleaned up.
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are not Dalish. Why are you here?
I have business with your leader, actually.
And what business is that?
I am a Grave Warden.
That is not a lie that many would attempt. I will bring you to the Keeper then, and he can decide if your business is worthwhile.
I see we have guests.
Yes.
And a hound amongst them. As if we haven't had enough problems with such creatures.
Hey now!
Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Maserenus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
My name is Spy.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made.
Oh, great.
This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
But what about the other clans? Can't you contact them? Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
Of course not. Well, I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us.
Clearly.
I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
But you can risk me. You said you could perhaps destroy the curse?
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
Very well. I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see.
Not
Where
to mention
there
all
is
the
so much
darkspawn.
death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
Great. Spirits, werewolves, darkspawn. I need some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Thank you. I'm gonna go now.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Whew. Alright. So we made it to the Brazilian forest. And also, just at the right amount of time, that cutscene ended. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, happy trails.